Hi, my name's Kate. Seems a little bit weird what I'm doing here. I'm 55 years of age and I like my job. I have a good life, but as yet, don't feel like I'm going to leave a legacy. So I thought it might be fun to put something on the internet that's like a stamp, so that if in 20, 30 years time when I'm not here anymore, somebody might find it somewhere and find it maybe interesting, I don't know. But it's something that I've wanted to do for a little while. So here goes. I have always enjoyed art. I'm not particularly good at it. I've not done it for a living, but I've always had a passion and it's given me a sense of peace, I think. So from time to time, I dabble with painting, mainly acrylics, and it's really slapdash. For me, it's cathartic, a little bit of fun, a bit stressful if I'm honest, because sometimes it doesn't go how I see it in my mind's eye. I've got a couple of paintings up around my house, which at first felt a bit silly, but now I'm kind of at peace with it and they're on my walls to stay. 5 years ago, I lost my eldest brother to cancer, and that was a very, very difficult time in my life, very difficult. And I would like to say that I'm over it, but I never will be over it. I just learned to deal with it. The following year, my second eldest brother passed away, and that hit doubly hard. And one of the reasons that I'm doing this today is he had a great interest in the pictures or splats that I used to do. And about 2 years before he died, he said to me, "Oh, Kate, I need to commission you to do a piece of artwork for my house." And I remember laughing at the time because I thought, oh, that is so pompous, because you can't, how do you commission me, your sister, to do artwork? I don't even do it as a living. I'm not professional. And I never did anything for him. I didn't get the opportunity. I thought he was joking. I didn't take him seriously. So when Pete passed away, I made it a bit of a mission to create a painting for him that I would hope that he would have been pleased with, that he might have put up in his house. Like I say, I'm not professional at this. It is literally the stuff that I do is kind of just haphazard, splats, dots, flicks of paint, that kind of thing, but it's fun. So I'm going to walk you around a couple of pieces that I've got up around the house, and then I thought it might be fun because my third eldest brother, I had 4, I've only got 2 left, has recently bought me quite a big canvas because he's really encouraging and he wants me to do it for fun and as a hobby. He's quite concerned that as I get older, like I said, I'm 55 now, he doesn't think I'm going to do anything with my retirement. He thinks I have no hobbies, no interests, and I wouldn't say he's worried because he's not that kind of guy, but we had a conversation the other day where he said, "I'm swinging between 2 camps here, Kate. One camp is you're going to have a really exciting retirement, you're going to do lots of things that fill your time." He said the other camp is you sat on your arse doing jack all. Those weren't quite his words, but that's what he meant. I do have a tendency to procrastinate, to put things off, to say I'd love to do stuff and never do it. So that's why I'm doing this. And that's why I'm going to start painting in my spare time, not to gain anything out of it, but just to create something that perhaps in days when I'm no longer here, my daughter might have it on her wall or something anyway. So I will take you now. So apologies because I wasn't really ready for this. I'm still in my work dress. My house isn't overly tidy, so when I spin the camera, if you see anything that doesn't look great, please don't judge me. I wasn't planning on doing this on a Monday afternoon. So right, I'm going to walk you through now to the first painting that I actually did, that I put on the wall, that I wasn't embarrassed about. I think my husband thought I'd lost the plot a little bit. And incidentally, that music that you hear playing in the background is one of those restaurant tracks. Kind of like it, it's kind of groovy. They're all over YouTube, so if you wanted to pick up on this one, good idea. Right, so I'm going to spin the camera now. Sorry if you see my house in the meantime. I am not good at this. I am no good at editing. I have got no idea what I'm doing. So I'm just going to turn the camera now. No, I'm not. Hold on. Okay, this is the first thing. I'm not really sure how to turn the camera when I'm videoing. This is why I'm not a YouTube star. This is why all right, I'm gonna have to actually physically spin round. So this is crap. So sorry, guys. Right, hold on 2 ticks. Okay, right, I don't know if you can see it. Is that a good, okay, so, I'm gonna get my head in again. Right, okay. I'm trying to do it so that I'm not actually in it. Hold on, let me just use my other hand. I am so bad at this. Okay, hold on. Right, okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, right, so I think that's on a 90 by 90 canvas. I did this years ago, and I didn't actually know what I was trying to create, what I was trying to do. I have got no idea at the time, but I really, to be fair, I actually did it so that it would sort of match some ornaments that I had in the house, because I had a bit of sort of like purple and oranges and a bit of red. Saying that, God only knows what my house looked like at the time. At the time I was convinced it looked nice. But that's a mixture of paints actually, because I've used, hold on, this is doing my head, I've got armate. Let me just try and spin it round. I'm going to spin it to actually face the painting now. So I'll have to look at this backwards to see if it's okay. Hold on. Right, so I don't know if you can see that. So it's actually a real mishmash of mediums really, mainly acrylics, a little bit of white matte paint that I used for the walls, to be fair, but you can see here the sort of the pink, the magenta colours, that's actually nail polish, and the bits that shine, the sort of the bronzy bits, that is actually fake tan. It did smell of coconut, which was quite nice. So it did smell of coconut. Doesn't smell of coconut anymore because it's probably about 7 years old. But yeah, it was the first one I thought, you know, I really quite like this and I'm going to have it on my wall. So let me just try, sorry if I keep getting my house in the background, so apologies for that. So I'll just spin it round. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, kind of like the result from that. It was good fun, and I was just really happy that my husband was more than happy to put it on the wall, because I think I would have been a bit gutted after. So that I'm going upstairs, by the way, in case you're wondering. I think I would have been a bit gutted. I've spent all that time, and he'd gone, "Oh no, that's absolutely rubbish." Not that he's that unkind, but you know what I mean. Ultimately, when you put in something up on a wall that's creative, when you have been creative and put a little bit of sweat and tears and a bit of heart and soul in it, for somebody to say, yeah, no, I don't really want that up, I think it probably would have crushed me a bit. So this is another one I've done, and honestly don't really like it, but it kind of goes with the house a little bit. I'll do it behind, so this is really bad sunlight here, so I really apologize. So that's what that one there. Once again, a lot of sort of nail polishes, and even I've got eyeshadow in that, to be fair. Let me just spin that round. Hold on. There was an extreme close-up of my face there. That is not very complimentary. I don't know if you can see. It's quite textured, but lots of like nice colours in it. I would not be a good art critic. I can't even say the word art critic. But yeah, can't even believe I'm doing this, to be fair. But I did actually say that I would do this because I am like I say, I'm full of great ideas of things I want to do, never do them. So this is one time I'm going to go through with it, and if I end up on the YouTube and everybody's laughing at me, well, hey, you know what? There's bigger things to worry about than me making an idiot of myself. So this is another one that I did. It lives in my hallway. I don't even know whether or not you can see that. What's it? That actually looks like a pencil drawing. It's not pencil at all. It's household paint and a bit of acrylic, so it's like black, silver and white. Once again, really, really textured. I have quite a lot of fun when it's textured to use my fingers and everything. Knackers my nails, to be fair, but it's quite fun. I think there's something very nice about sticking your fingers in cold, gooey paint. Something very sensory about it. I've got a couple more out my outhouse. So the whole idea is I'd like to say art studio, but that sounds a little bit like I know what I'm doing. But I am going to create an art studio in my brick built outhouse. So that'll be quite fun. I've got all my paints and stuff out there at the moment. The picture that I wanted to focus on though is the one that's kind of inspired me to do this really. So my brother that died, it'll be 3 years now, so it's the second brother that I lost. He had a massive passion for Italy and the Amalfi Coast particularly, and he used to holiday in Sorrento most years. There's a beautiful, beautiful hotel and restaurant in Sorrento called the Relais, and he had his 60th birthday party and retirement party at the Relais, and it was his favourite place on earth. Absolutely stunning place. The views across the Amalfi Coast are just breathtaking, and also that's where some of his ashes have been scattered, so it's a really special place for him, my niece and his wife and everybody that loved him and knew him. So I wanted to have a go at creating one of the famous views from the Relais. Now, unless you've been there or unless you Google the Relais, this painting probably won't mean an awful lot to you, but for those that know it, you might recognise where it is. It's the view across the pool, looking out over the Amalfi Coast. So I'm going to turn it around now. Once again, I really apologise if you get most of my house in it. I haven't even not done my housework today, so I'm really sorry. Not that I'm scruffy or anything, it's just I've got a few pots and pans out in the back. So I'm going to spin it round. In fact, actually, I'll do it the other way around first so you can see it. So it's quite a large, oh God, I've got my lamps in the way. So it's actually quite a large painting. I'll try and get my head out of the way. Now, I actually, because I wanted it framed but didn't want to go through the hassle of getting it framed, I actually bought a picture from HomeSense that was in the sale, that was the size that I wanted it, and I just painted over it. I literally painted over it. Took a couple of goes. I knew I had the picture, I had the view of what I wanted to create, and at first it was I'm not very good at, some people are incredible at realism and things look so real, and I'm not good at that. So when I first tried to paint it, it looked like a really crap version of somebody that was good trying to paint, and it's fair to say it made me cry a bit because I knew what I wanted to do, but I knew I just couldn't do it. So I'm going to get up close because I want to show you what happened the day that well, this is kind of the result that I ended up with, because I was actually crying a lot while I was painting this. Because I was painting it for my brother who wouldn't ever get to see it. That for me, that's quite difficult. But I actually, or accidentally, sobbed on top of the painting, which he would have thought, to be fair, he would have thought, oh, good grief. But actually, it then kind of took its own own shape really, because I cried on it. And then I carried on, not carried on crying, I carried on really wetting the painting and letting it run, and then I let it run in all different directions, which is a bit of a weird thing because I was crying, I was a complete mess. But when then I realised that it had distorted what I tried to paint, I actually liked the result a lot. So I'm going to spin it round to see if you can actually see all the sort of the tear marks, I suppose, that I created with my own tears, but also, corny though that is, then actually going on to using quite a lot of water to distribute the paint in different directions. So I'm going to try and spin it round and show you. I don't know if you can kind of see that at all. I'll have to watch this back to see whether or not you can see. It's really textured as well. That's actually the outline of the pool there. And they have these glorious trees. But yeah, it's a stunning view. But also I wanted the colours to be just really vibrant. So that was a really bad angle on my chin, sorry about that. So yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I'm not great at what I'm trying to do. Oh, look, see, it looks quite nice behind me there. I see, I'm really proud. I'm actually really proud of that, that one there. And people do actually come in and comment, because that's the one that means. They're the ones, I've done lots of little paintings and stuff and I haven't got them all up. I've done a really nice one for my daughter, that's sort of golden creams and is really textured, and she has that in her lounge. But the one behind me, that's the one that's super special, because I wanted to create something that really meant something, and that if Pete were to commission me, bless him if he was still here, that is what I would have chosen to paint him, because it's a view that he loves so much. And part of him is literally there in that garden. So yeah, it's a great thing, but I don't know. I'm gonna carry on posting as I paint things. But if anybody's actually watching this, I would really, really encourage you to just have a go, because nobody is gonna laugh at you or take the mickey out of you. It's a bit like when you're trying to sing and you know you can't really sing, but you love singing. You do it for you, and nobody else, you do it for you. So I'm going to start painting in my outhouse, art studio, whatever I'm going to call it. I feel kind of silly saying art studio, but hey, that's what I'm going to do in there. And hopefully each time I create something, I will post it on YouTube, and hopefully that will encourage other people to do something that they love, regardless of whether or not anybody else thinks they're wonderful or crap. The fact is, if you love doing it, that's the most important thing, is that it's for you and nobody else. So with that, I'm going to sign off. There's my picture again, and I shall see you again soon. Have an amazing day, everybody.